There may be a misconception in the world of coaching buyers that coaching is just about asking questions. You may have encountered that when you're trying to explain what coaching is to someone who's never been coached before. I can understand where this misconception comes from because it's true. As coaches, we express curiosity and interest in what our coachee is going through, oftentimes through questions, inquiry. So there's no doubt that questions are a big part of coaching, but they're not the totality of coaching. It would really be a shame if that's what people thought. So I hope in this video, I can share some other elements of solid coaching sessions that bring so much more to the coachee than just great questions. The first is silence. Silence can do wonders for a person in a coaching session because in the busy world that we live in, with so much noise around us all the time, periods of silence are few and far between. When the coach brings silence in the session at the right times, it can be really powerful, much more powerful than a question. In the stillness, there are answers. Beyond that, there's observation. We may notice and observe and share our observations with our client, just presented as statements. They don't need to be presented in the form of a question. But our role as an observer, a detached and neutral and non-judgmental observer, can be really useful to our clients. So that's a part of coaching. There's also empathy and support and encouragement. They can be expressed, again, as statements. Empathy can play a big part in a coaching session so that the coachee feels heard and recognized for the struggle. Support can be in the form of acknowledgement. I just want to acknowledge what you're going through right now. It sounds difficult. A simple statement like that can go a long way to create connection between the coach and the client. How about role play? There are times when a client is planning for an important conversation and the coach introduces the idea of role play as an exercise that they could go through. That can be really helpful when it's done at the right time. And amazingly, if you've done role play before, even though you are acting as someone whom you have never met and don't know, it seems to go really well and be helpful for the coachee. I've seen how good role play can be. How about movement? In somatic coaching, we are trying to determine what's happening inside the body and what are the signals that the body is telling us. Sometimes getting up and walking and changing places, changing positions. That may be helpful in a coaching session. Being a sounding board and just reflecting back what you're hearing and helping your client through your reflection, hearing their words repeated back to them, can be really powerful and helpful. They could be presented as a question or as a statement. So in this video, I've shared multiple elements that go beyond questions: silence, observation, empathy, support, encouragement, role play, and other exercises, presenting reflections back, being a sounding board. Explain each of these elements to any person who hasn't been coached before, who wonders if coaching is just a lot of questions. And they'll start to appreciate the depth that a coaching session can provide and how encompassing a coaching session can be and why coaching can be so powerful and helpful. Speaking of helpful, if this video has been helpful to you, please share it with others who may be newer coaches that grapple with the same issue. How do I explain that coaching is more than just asking questions? If you'd like to really learn more from me, consider enrolling in the Center for Executive Coaching, where I serve as a faculty member, providing live class instruction most weeks of the year, leading in-person seminars several times a year, and also serving as a mentor coach several times a year. Visit my blog site, BayAreaExecutiveCoachTraining.com, to explore options for entering into the Center for Executive Coaching. We have different levels of investment, different paces to suit you. So explore that. But for additional support, email me at michael@BayAreaExecutiveCoach.com. Send me your questions about coaching. I'd love to answer them, and perhaps in a future video. Also follow my LinkedIn page, Bay Area Executive Coach, and subscribe to this channel as more videos are on the way. And your comments are always responded to if you'd like to leave those here. Thank you very much.